Right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Solomon Chinedan Okam, member representing the good people of Owerri Municipal. Mr. Speaker, I do hereby second the motion sincerely moved by the majority leader. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, all those who support that this House sit beyond 1 p.m., please say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Order paper for today. Order paper number 35. For today, Tuesday, the 16th of March, 2021. House of Assembly, Owerri, Imo State, 9th House, 3rd Assembly, 2nd Session, sitting at 1:27 p.m. At the commencement of business, item number 2, announcements.
I wish to formally welcome everybody to this special sitting of the Imo House of Assembly today, the 16th day of March 2021. On behalf of the Imo State House of Assembly, I congratulate His Excellency, Most Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, the Executive Governor of Imo State, on the occasion of celebration of 1 year in office. I must confess that the 3 hours of shared prosperity of His Excellency's program has yielded a lot of dividend to the people of Imo State. There is now transparency in the administrative machinery of the state. The public service is better positioned than before with the establishment of due process. In the area of public health, His Excellency struggled to keep COVID-19 at its minimum level in the state, and we are witnesses to it. He provided relief materials to cushion the pains during the shutdown in the country and constituted a state COVID-19 team that managed the situation. On our roads today are an eloquent testimony that His Excellency has come to restore destroyed and decayed infrastructure in the state. Once again, may the good Lord bless our Governor, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, and give him the wisdom and strength to continue to lift Imo to greater heights. I wish to use this opportunity to thank the speakers of the four state houses of assembly and other House of Assembly members of other states who were in attendance during the celebration of 1 year in office of His Excellency. Their attendance to the occasion merely demonstrated the unity, peace, and love which this nation desires. Such visits must be encouraged and commended, as it will help grow and deepen our democracy. I thank them for the solidarity and pray Almighty God to bless them for their presence and show of love, including their governors and other prominent men of this country that attended. Those speakers in particular include the Abia State Speaker, the Ebonyi State Speaker, the Kogi State Speaker, the Bauchi State Speaker, who is the chairman of the Conference of Speakers in Nigeria. I wish them God's blessings. I also want to mention and say, may I also congratulate our Anglican mothers who held their Mother's Day celebrations throughout Nigeria last Sunday, 14th March 2021, in all the Anglican churches. Mothers we know are the bedrock of families. They toil day and night to ensure that we and our children are fed, clothed, and in fact generally taken care of, notwithstanding the hardship and obstacles on their ways. I commend their struggles and efforts as bringing up leaders of tomorrow. I urge all mothers to take further interest on how to manage most of the societal ills through good child upbringing and inculcation of good moral values for our better tomorrow. I thank you all, while also at the plenary wishing to recognize the presence of my own brother, Barrister Chief Emma Ibediro, and Honorable Patrick Ndubeze, who are here right now with us. Thank you, and God bless all of us. We are welcome. Clerk?
Item number 3, approval of votes and proceedings.
Honorable members, here with me is votes of proceedings number 34 of Thursday, 11th March 2021. Can you please go with me for identification of any error? Page 1. Page 2. Page 3. And page 4. In the absence of any comment, I hereby satisfy as correct. Clerk?
Item number 4, message from the Governor.
Majority Leader, any message from the Governor?
Mr. Speaker, my name is Aremkala Mechi, Majority Leader, Imo Night Assembly. No message from our dear Governor. Thank you.
I think it's what clerk? Oh. Honorable Patrick Ndubeze, please, you may, as former House member at the National or Federal House of Representatives, please, you may respectfully sit within the chambers of the House. Thank you. Majority Leader, you said there is no message from the Governor. All right, then, Clerk?
Item number 5, petitions.
Honorable members, if any one of us has a petition to present, please do so now.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Right Honorable Ngozi Obiefule, member representing the good people of Isu, Right and Hello Chambers. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, I have a petition to the Speaker from Maka Market Committee, petition over the alleged appointment by IMC Chairman Njaba Local Government. I so submit.
Right Honorable Speaker, a petition submitted by Right Honorable Ngozi Obiefule, member representing Isu State Constituency. The petition is titled Afumuaka Market Committee, petition over the alleged appointment by IMC Chairman of Njaba Local Government Area. The petition is signed by one Jude Ezala Esquire for Obi-Wanne Umuaka Autonomous Community. The petition is properly laid on the table.
Petition of Alpha Umaka Market Committee, petition over the alleged appointment by IMC Chairman Jaba LGA. This petition is handed over to Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, and report expected on the 31st of March 2021. Black?
Right, Honorable Speaker. Under order of the day, item number 6, House of Assembly motion number 173.
No.
Motion on the need to pass a vote of confidence on His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, the Governor of Imo State, on his monumental achievements in 1 year in office. The motion is chiefly sponsored by Honorable Eddie Obinna and 9 other honorable members.
Honorable Eddie Obinna, are you ready for your motion?
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Chief Eddie Obinna. I represent Abo Mbise State Constituency. Here with me is a motion on the need to pass a vote of confidence on our performing governor, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, the Executive Governor of Imo State, on his monumental achievements just within 1 year in office. Whereas His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, the Executive Governor of Imo State, was sworn into office on the 15th day of January 2020. Aware of the attendant problems and setbacks occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic that negatively affected the global economy. Noting that despite these challenges and setbacks, our prosperity governor has remained focused. Very aware that within this checkered 1 year of the prosperity administration, our governor has effectively delivered on the 3R mantra of reconstruction, recovery, and rehabilitation. Conscious of the following milestone achievements vis-a-vis: 1. Effective handling of the spread of COVID-19 pandemic in the state by putting in place all the needed COVID-19 protocols, measures, and infrastructures. These have made Imo State the least affected state in the Federation and near zero casualty incidences. The safety of lives of the people of Imo State is topmost priority of His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State. 2. Provision of fully dedicated mobile clinics in the 27 local government areas for quick intervention in the rural areas in times of emergency and health situations. 3. Reorganization and digitalization of the state civil service that have closed windows of corruption in the state's civil service. Provision of befitting official vehicles to permanent secretaries for optimal service delivery. Provision of free bus services to civil servants to ameliorate their sufferings and enhance efficiency and service delivery. Provision of befitting official vehicles to the state high court judges to assist in dispensing justice in the state. Flag off of Imo Waste Management Agency to clean up the state and manage waste. Declaring war on the bad states of the road in the state. That declaration of war has enabled the rehabilitation and reconstruction of 46 roads in the state, with some completed and others ongoing. Flag off of urban renewal projects. Reconstruction of 7 roundabouts in Owerri, the state capital, that hitherto has been responsible for traffic gridlock. Provision of security patrol vehicles to the police for the protection of lives and properties of Imo citizenry. Recovery of Eastern Palm University, Oboko, now K.O. Mbadiwe University, and Royal Spring Palm Hotels and Apartments from former Governor Rochas Okorocha. This is in keeping with his electioneering campaign promises of recovering the state's stolen properties. Job creation, employment at Imo Inland Revenue Services. This is the first time employment in the state was conducted purely on merit, despite pressures from different quarters. The governor insisted that those who passed the test and subsequent interviews were employed, and it was strictly adhered to. This is a measure of the governor's transparency. Considering the enumerated achievements and numerous others not captured here, within a space of 1 year, despite glaring challenges, setbacks, and having given the people of Imo State a blueprint for more good things to come, be it resolved by this honorable House to pass a vote of confidence. The Governor, His Excellency, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, for good governance and great accomplishments within 1 year in office, and encourage him to do more for the good people of Imo State. Mr. Speaker, I seek your leave to add a second prayer to my motion.
It is still your motion time. Go ahead.
We may recall that the former governor, His Excellency Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, inaugurated a judicial commission of inquiry headed by a retired jurist, Justice Ukwoma Duroha Igwe, as chairman of that commission of inquiry. They had a singular mandate to investigate. They had mandates, and after their inauguration, they started operation. Another governor excuse me. My prayer is the second leave, Mr. Speaker, please, is to urge His Excellency and commend him for implementing the report of government white paper, outcome of judicial panel of inquiry set up by former Governor Emeka Ihedioha, which our performing governor, distinguished Senator Rochas Okorocha, the distinguished Senator Uzodinma, allowed to complete their duties. So, I am urging honorable colleagues to commend Governor Uzodinma for so I'm moving that Governor be commended for doing the needful, what Imolites want. I so move.
Any seconder? Otibe.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable Samuel Nkem, member representing the good people of Ayazon, I 100% and totally support this wonderful motion, second this wonderful motion by my brother, Honorable Uzodinma.
Thank you very much. Honorable Jobin, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Well, the motion I have brought before these hallowed chambers is a very worthy one, is to commend performing Governor, His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, for the wonderful achievements recorded within so short a period of time, 1 year. In the motion, I captured so many pluses he scored in his administration, to the admiration of Imolites. Imo State now is a huge construction site. First-class roads are constructed and commissioned. Not in the past, when we used to have what was called China roads, meaning fake roads. Again, the governor, because he's prepared and he has courage, he fought headlong salary and pension racketeers, fraudsters. Today, ghost workers are almost 90% eliminated. Real, genuine civil servants get paid for their services. Those that complain of non-payment of salaries are those fraudulent and ghost workers that were added in the payment payroll. Because of the cleaning of the process, they have been discovered and their names eliminated from the payroll. Again, the governor has provided a very friendly and peaceful atmosphere in the state. Imo State now is a friendly business hub in Nigeria. Everybody runs to Imo State to invest. Just the other day, we witnessed an international standard hospital named Iowa Integrated Medical Center, privately owned, piloted by my constituent from Abombise, with the help of Americans. They built a first-class international standard integrated hospital, first of its kind in Africa, that its importance and quality brought the former president of Nigeria, President Goodluck Jonathan, and of course, our performing governor, His Excellency, Senator Hope Uzodinma, to commission the hospital. Imo State is peaceful. Imo State is investment destination. Who made it possible? The man who is courageous, the man who is prepared for governance, and the man who has been governing well. For a few days now, Imo State has been in the news for good things. The whole country visited Imo State to have first-hand witness of the achievements of His Excellency within 1 year. Vice President was here. Wife of former President was here. Senate President was here. Deputy Speaker of Federal House of Representatives was here. About 14 governors were here. National Assembly members were here. Speakers, colleagues of our performing Mr. Speaker, Imo Night Assembly, were also here to join him in celebrating our performing governor. Without wasting time, with all the items captured in my motion and the government white paper is a government document, classified document, which is being implemented now. This white paper recommended that all government lands hitherto allocated to cronies and relations of former Governor Rocha Sokorocha be returned to the government. Again, this same white paper, the Commission of Inquiry also recommended that all the lands that we are forcefully taken from Imolites without compensation, without due process, be returned to the rightful owners of the lands. And the governor is a listening governor. He has a mandate with the people, and we are the people. So, I urge my honorable colleagues to commend our performing governor for just doing the right thing. He has strong will. He has courage. Governance is a serious business. You must be prepared. We had governors in the past. That motion was moved in this house to recover our stolen properties from former Governor Rocha Sokorocha. That governor was there. He didn't do anything. But today, we have a courageous governor in distinguished Senator Rocha Sokorocha. Distinguished Senator Uzodinma. Doing the proper thing. Doing the right thing. Therefore, I urge my colleagues, please, let us commend Uzodinma for doing the right thing and for hearkening to the voices of Imolites. I so move.
Thank you, and God bless you. Deputy Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I remain Right Honorable Amarachi China Iwayan, Deputy Speaker, Imo State 9th House of Assembly, member representing the good people of Wangele State constituency. Mr. Speaker, I stand to support my brother, Honorable Chief Eddie Obinna, in this wonderful motion, passing a vote of confidence to our Governor, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma. Mr. Speaker, it has been 1 year of shared prosperity for Imolites, 1 year of providing infrastructure, 1 year of providing good life for Imo citizens. Mr. Speaker, I rise to take a little tour of the construction of roads done by our ebullient and magnificent and well-prepared governor in the person of distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma. As we all are aware, it has been, 2020 was a turbulent year, not just in our nation, but in the world, with the COVID-19 pandemic. But Mr. Speaker, it will interest us to know that this present governor did construction of over 46 roads, Mr. Speaker. And I would like to please take our time to go through the roads one after the other. The construction rehabilitation of Ayara Junction to Opala Road, construction rehabilitation of Ababran to Ayara Junction, construction and rehabilitation of Nkume Umowa Olu Road, construction of Mbidi to Uguta Lake Road, construction and rehabilitation of Imo State University Teaching Hospital Road, construction and rehabilitation of Naze Poly Junction Naked Ihagwa Road, construction and rehabilitation of Concord Road, Kobzuma Road, construction and rehabilitation of Imo State University Road by Bishop Court, construction and rehabilitation of Okigwe Roundabout, construction and rehabilitation of Abutu Umunachi Road, construction of rehabilitation of Douglas Naze Road, construction and rehabilitation of Control Post Azomta to Ibariowa Port Harcourt Road, maintenance of failed section of Owerri Mbise Obo Road, maintenance of failed section of Owerri Nrubi Njaba Olu Road, maintenance of failed section of Owerri Amaraku Anga Onimo Umuna Okigwe Road, construction of Abo Itu Ezinite Road, construction and rehabilitation of Achingale Onitsha Udona Obizi Road, construction and rehabilitation of Ume Izurike Hospital College and Voice Road, construction rehabilitation of West End Old Mekede Zoo Road, construction rehabilitation of Onitsha Olu Road, construction and rehabilitation of both ends of Airport Road Owerri, construction rehabilitation of Olakwo Nguru Umuneke Road, construction rehabilitation of Ohi Orogwe Road, construction and rehabilitation of Akachi Road, dualization of Chukuma Woha Dick Tiger Street, construction of Upper Onozie Ami Bwedede Road, construction of Dick Tiger Road, construction of Relief Market Road, construction of Musaya Adua Drive extension to Dreamland Hotel Road, construction rehabilitation of MCC Road, construction rehabilitation of Eternal Roads in Aladima Estate, Lekwebere, Olokoro, Umahia, Olipe, Arugo, Olokoro, Ebema, and Ungwa Street, maintenance work at Umunolu Road, construction rehabilitation of Mbone GK Street, Ikerebu Layout, construction rehabilitation of Okoro Omuma Road, construction rehabilitation of Omuma Ele Road, construction rehabilitation of Mbidi Olu Road, dualization of Federal Secretariat Road, construction rehabilitation of Thomas More, Gozie Wachuku and JP Ajelu Street, construction rehabilitation of Nze Allied Market Ebu Road, construction rehabilitation of Dreamland Hotel Roundabout, First Bank General Road with a spur to Port Harcourt Road, construction of Ihechuku Street and adjoining roads, construction of Awamama Okudo Road, construction of Owerri Olu Road, construction of Owerri Okigwe Road, and improvement on Owerri Junction and other urban renewal projects. Mr. Speaker, hasn't our governor done wonderful? Mr. Speaker, I want to also tell Imolites here today that these constructions of roads are world-class standard, done by renewable companies that we all know, like Cranborg Nigeria Limited and Graphic Nigeria Limited, companies that we can access their addresses, not the ones that were done by previous administrations that we all call Z-grade, and we don't know where the addresses are in Idiot or South. Mr. Speaker, the movement around Owerri town has been made very easy. And if you look at the strategic disembarment of roundabouts that have gotten Imolites very confused, those roundabouts have been disembarked, and what we have now are proper modern intersections that have made movement around the city easier. We thank the governor. He has shown enormous capacity, and he has shown that he's a prepared governor. Mr. Speaker, I will not sit till I also point to the fact that there has been a wonderful legislative and executive relationship. Considering the bills that we have passed on this floor of this house for the past 1 year, we have over 21 laws that have been passed, and I would like to take us on a tour, because as duties as legislators, it is a good point for us to know that relationship that has been established by the executive and the parliamentary. Mr. Speaker, the 2020 laws, we started with the Imo State Revenue Administration Law, Law number 1 of 2020. Mr. Speaker, that law was amended because previous administrations gave 70% of revenue generated by our state to consultants. But this governor came in and he has stopped that. And he made sure that over 90% of what is generated comes back to the state as revenue. We also have the Imo State Administration of Criminal Justice Law number 2 of 2020. We have the Imo State Environmental Transformation Commission Amendment Law number 3 of 2020. We have the COVID-19 and other dangerous infectious diseases Prevention and Eradication Law number 4 of 2020, which is why today Imo State recorded less mortality in the COVID cases. We have the Imo State Waste Management Agency Law number 5 of 2020. We have the Imo State Land Use Charge Law number 6 of 2020. We have the Imo State University Agricultural and Environmental Studies Abombise Establishment Law number 7 of 2020. And we have the Imo State Governor's Pension and Privileges Repeal Law, number 8 of 2020. Mr. Speaker, this particular law defines the man why we are here today as a special session to celebrate 1 year in office, Governor Hope Uzodinma. This law repeals privileges and pensions for both the governor, the deputy governor, the speaker, and the deputy speaker. What we did here, Mr. Speaker, was to put the interest of Imolites first before ourselves. We have also the Oil Licensing and Control Law, number 9 of 2020. We have the Imo State of Nigerian Traditional Autonomous Community and Allied Matters Law, number 10 of 2020. We have the Imo State Polytechnic Amendment Law, number 11 of 2020. We have the Imo State of Nigerian Appropriation Review Law, number 12 of 2020. We have the Imo State Bureau of Coordination of Donor-Assisted Projects Law, number 13 of 2020. We have Imo State Micro, Small and Medium-Scale Industry Development Agency Establishment Law, number 14 of 2020. We have the Imo State of Nigeria Appropriation Law, which we all tagged the budget of shared prosperity. We have the Imo State Administration Criminal Justice Amendment Law of 2020. We have the Imo State Waste Management Agency Amendment Law of 2020. We have the Imo State Bureau of Coordination of Donor-Assisted Projects Amendment of 2020. And for the year 2021, we have the law establishing the Kingsley K.O. Mbadiwe University Establishment Law of 2021. Mr. Speaker, all this is in a year, and we have done over 21 laws, Mr. Speaker. I stand here to support that motion moved by Chief Eddie Obinda that will pass a vote of confidence to His Excellency Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma and the wonderful team of Shared Prosperity for doing perfectly well for Imolites in the past 1 year. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Ajay.
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Engineer Duru Ihionuka Johnson. I represent the good people of Idaho South. Mr. Speaker, I stand to support this motion, whole and entire. Mr. Speaker, if you can recall, barely 365 days ago, this House gathered with one voice at the wake of the Supreme Court judgment to pass a vote of implicit confidence on the Governor, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma. Today, like I said, almost 365 days ago, we have also gathered to pass another vote of confidence on the Governor. What does this mean? It means, in clear terms, that the Governor has done well. Mr. Speaker, the mover of this motion has almost highlighted most of the achievements made by the Governor. But as a person, I want to say this, I want to support this motion from the angle of security, salaries, pensions to the people of Imo. Mr. Speaker, the primary aim of any government is to meet the needs of the people, and security happens to be a paramount factor to consider. We are all aware that the entire world presently is grappling with the issue of security, or do I say security? And Nigeria is not left out. Imo State, as we speak, have their fair share of insecurity. But let me look at this very motion from the angle, what has our governor done in this area? I want to say before Imolites that His Excellency has done very, very well in the issue of security. Mr. Speaker, when the governor came on board, he had his inaugural speech. And in that speech, he did say that his primary aim is to protect the lives and property of Imolites. Without a provocation, Mr. Speaker, the governor gave a marching order to all criminals in the state that they should vacate, that he has come to protect this very state called Imo State. And in matching his words with action, Mr. Speaker, less than 1 month, Mr. Speaker, the governor launched what he termed Operation Search and Flush. That very body combed the nooks and crannies of Imo State to make sure that criminals are taken out of our various localities, Mr. Speaker. As if that was not enough, Mr. Speaker, the governor went ahead to procure about 100 security pickups fully equipped with modern gadgets of communication. These security vehicles had a toll-free number where Imolites could call in case there are criminal activities taking place in one community or the other. Mr. Speaker, that's a laudable venture. Mr. Speaker, the governor went further to recruit what we call the local policing, that is community policing, Mr. Speaker. These criminals, most of them belong to our various communities. And if we have a local policing or police or this constabulary, or what is it called, Mr. Speaker, from our various communities, it makes it easier for us to identify who these criminals are. There is no criminal in Imo State that does not originate from one local government or the other. So the infusion of this community policing has helped in a long way in ameliorating the issue of criminality in the state. I give Governor credit to that. Mr. Speaker, the governor, like I said, has done so well. We are all aware of what happened during the NSAS. Imo State recorded the least casualty, the least mayhem, the least destruction of property. Kudos the governor we have. As a matter of fact, the governor interacted with the youth of Imo State. One-on-one, he didn't send emissary. He went and spoke with them. And that helped in calming the nerves of some of those detractors in the state. So, Imolites, in the area of security, I think I could score the governor an excellent mark in that angle. Then when we come to the issue of salaries and pension, the governor knows the debilitating effect of corruption in civil service. That is why, on assumption, he felt it wise for him to automate, have a review of the payroll. Mr. Speaker, I want to tell you that so many people, so many civil servants are receiving more than 4 salaries at the end of the month. So when this payroll arrangement came on board, the governor was able to discover and have been able to save over 2 billion naira for the state. And that has helped in solving some of the salary problems we are having today. Mr. Speaker, what I'm trying to say, some of these people whose names have not appeared on the payroll, who claim that they have not been paid, most of them, their names have appeared 2, 3, 4 times. So when the BVN is being placed alongside with the names, it is discovered that when your name appears in 2 different payment arrangements, invariably you are going to forfeit your salary until that is cleared up. So I want to say that the governor means well for the state. The pensioners, they are receiving their salaries, and those of them who have not been captured, the processes are still on. So, Mr. Speaker, without wasting much time here, I sincerely, on behalf of the good people of Idato South, support this motion whole and entire, that a vote of implicit confidence should be passed on the governor of the state, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma. I so support. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chairperson Wanere.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, Majority Leader, distinguished colleagues. My name is Chigozie Wanere, member representing Oru East State Constituency. I rise to support this motion to move the vote of confidence on our governor, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, who have touched every aspect of the state positively and transformed the state. I want to talk on the area of sports. Refurbishment of Dan Anyam Stadium. Before now, the state team, Heartland FC, were prosecuting her home games in far-away Okigwe because of the dysfunctional state of the stadium. Governor Hope Uzodinma prioritized the provision of standard sports infrastructure, which is the bedrock of sports development. Unlike other regimes that simply painted the stadium, the governor, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, opted for the painstaking process of rebuilding the Dan Anyam Stadium. The facility now boasts of a brand new indoor sports gym with modern sporting equipment, brand new grass pitch, which is very difficult and expensive to maintain. Many states in the country today have gone with an artificial turf, although research have shown that players are more likely to get injured playing on such surface. But Governor Hope Uzodinma, a passionate and a sport-loving governor, opted for a grass pitch. As a result, 3 Heartland games have been beamed live this season on the NPFL and the NTA, simply because the lush green grass of the Dan Anyam Stadium is simply incredible. Now, Heartland FC, the club born in 1976 as Spartans FC, is truly the pride and heritage of all Imolites. On assumption of office, the team welcomed His Excellency by beating Enyimba Faba 2-0 on January 15, 2020. His Excellency in February 2020 visited the team at Okigwe during a game against Sunshine Stars of Akure less than 4 weeks after he took over the reign of leadership. The first governor in recent times to attend a league game, barely 4 weeks, he was sworn in. After the game, His Excellency had a chat with the team, promising to intervene. Now, the Heartland Team B and the Heartland Queens, which was almost dead, has come back to life by the intervention of our dear Governor, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma. Governor Hope Uzodinma, truth to his words, did intervene by cleaning backlog of salaries owed the players during the pandemic, and even went an extra mile to bail out the club with a reasonable amount to settle a FIFA fine which the former Governor Okorocha administration brought upon the team. Furthermore, His Excellency also bankrolled the settlement of cases of unlawful termination of contracts, which brought about a ban from the league authorities. Governor Hope Uzodinma, in his quest to create an enabling environment for the athletes to strive and perform credibly, he provided a new camp for Heartland FC, which has top-notch facilities and accessories aimed at making the players absolutely comfortable. Now, concerning the fans, the governor blessed the fans of the club with two brand new buses to assist in their traveling logistics. You will recall that Heartland is the only team with two different species of supporters, the Colombians and the Supporters Club. Hence, His Excellency extended his hand of fellowship to both sets of supporters. As an avid sports enthusiast, His Excellency is moving to upgrade the Okigwe and Olo Stadium to international standards. At the moment, the clinic at the Dananyam Stadium is receiving a touch of class as it is currently receiving new state-of-the-art equipment to enable it function effectively. The Grasshopper Stadium, which has become a shadow of itself after it was abandoned by previous administration, is set to come alive as His Excellency has vowed to refurbish the stadium with a view of hosting world-class handball events at the famous Grasshopper Stadium. Governor Hope Uzodinma has graciously approved a mouth-watering sum for the participation of Imo athletes at the Nigerian Olympics, tagged the National Sports Festival, which is billed for April. Despite the numerous construction work going on in the state, His Excellency was benevolent to approve the participation of Imo State athletes at the sports festival alongside mouth-warming incentive for athletes who will make the state proud by winning medals. I can go on and on about sports and what His Excellency has achieved. Now, to talk about my own LGA, Oru East LGA, we are an oil-producing local government, and for many years, the oil companies has been drilling oil from Oru East, and previous House members tried everything they could to make sure that Oru East is included in Imo State's oil-producing isopadec, but they did not succeed. The former governors gave it a deaf ear, even when they are sure that thousands of barrels of oil is being drilled from Oru East on daily basis. But when His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, came to office, we met with him and we discussed, and he said, okay, go and bring me documents to show how many barrels of oil they drill from Oru East every day. And this has been happening for years, more than 8 years. And the documents, after passing through due process, with the documents that was provided, after a careful consultation, Oru East is now a part of isopadec, to the glory of God, because of the part that His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma played. So I support this motion to put a vote of confidence on our dear Governor, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma. He's a performing governor. He has the well-being of Imo Life at heart. So, and I have no doubt in my mind that he will do even more. This is just 1 year in office we are talking about. I know and I believe by the time he clocks 3 years, Imo State, people will not recognize the good things they will see in Imo State. I support this motion wholeheartedly, and Oru East support this motion wholeheartedly. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues.
Honorable members, I want us to please, for want of time, make it just 3 minutes for us to have much contributions before the expiration of the coverage. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Barrister Dominic Ezerioha. Mr. Speaker, I represent the entire good people of Oru West in Imo State House of Assembly. Mr. Speaker,
From Oru West State Constituency, I want to lend my voice on behalf of my constituency in respect to the well-organized and well-scrutinized motion by my brother representing the good people of Abo Mbese State Constituency. Mr. Speaker, inasmuch as we are here for today's special section, in the memory of the conscience of believing the fact that the governor of the state has done very, very well in the last 1 year. I want to restrict myself basically on one particular area. Mr. Speaker, we believe that the 27 members of the State House of Assembly will have a lot of issues and discussions to make in terms of different areas of where the governor has done well. On that note, Mr. Speaker, may I restrict myself on the public utility. As the chairman has committee